Here comes another fool who thinks it's safe to come so close to us.
Yeah, they must not be very smart.
Well, no matter. I'm sure they have more to offer than just brains.
True. I can sense a delicious soul in there somewhere.
I have a few ideas as to how we get it out.
How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelate Pumpkin, and today, Jack Stalker from Moore's Costumes Halloween 2021 has finally been revealed. So, in today's video, I'll just be discussing him, giving my thoughts and opinions about him, and just basically telling you how I feel about this guy. But before we get into it, some brief background. So, a few weeks back, when a bunch of people found all the props from Moore's Costumes for this year, they stumbled across a page that said Jack Stalker, and the only photo of it was a silhouette outline of it, which looked incredible to everyone right off the bat. They knew this prop was going to be insane. I think it's very interesting that Moore's Costumes decided to do this. I mean, it makes sense since this prop is so, they wanted to hype up this prop and wait to reveal it. And I definitely see why. This prop is outstanding. Definitely their best out of the lineup this year, without a doubt. But I just think it's really cool that they did that, just to build up more hype. And I just wanted to give that to anyone who didn't know why I said it finally got revealed. But anyways, without further ado, I just say let's jump right into talking about this prop. So what I want to get started off with about this guy is my first impressions of him, because I feel like this is pretty important to talk about here. I normally don't talk about first impressions whenever I make a prop discussion video, but here I think I should have it. So when I first saw this guy, I was extremely disappointed. Now, that may sound really surprising to you, but I was going full on expecting this guy to be a scarecrow. Now, yes, I would definitely rather him be a scarecrow than a skeleton, but at first I was like, this prop really isn't that good. I mean, he's not a scarecrow, it's not a farm theme, and if you know me, I absolutely love farm themes. They're absolutely my favorite for Halloween. But when I started looking at this guy some more, watched his whole video, I said, I think this really works as him being a skeleton. It's just unfortunate that he definitely should have been a scarecrow in my opinion, but I do like the skeleton design here a lot. It is so detailed, the mold for the face, the bony hands, his rib cage, it is just so detailed. It's incredible. They really went all out with this one. I feel like this is where their budget for the entire year went, considering how much of a lackluster lineup we had from Moore's Costumes this year. This prop definitely just saved their entire lineup for this year. I really thought everything was just super lackluster, but this, absolutely incredible. So I just want to say my first impressions about him were kind of disappointed that he's not a scarecrow. Still am, but I think he's awesome as a skeleton. So now let's get into his animation, other stuff. I just have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, so let's go. So the first thing I want to touch on is his audio. Now, this may be a weird thing to kind of start off with. I already talked about his overall design and stuff, but anyways, let's just jump right into it. I absolutely love how him and the pumpkin have a conversation with each other. I think that is so smart of them to do. Now, I do think that phrases they say, some of them are a little bit cheesy sounding, like they make jokes with each other, which I think is fine, but it doesn't really fit him too well. But I do think the voice work here, and especially the way each of their voices sound, definitely absolutely make up for it, for having a little bit corny phrases. But it doesn't really matter considering just the level of, creepiness that comes from this character. I think the voices sound really good. The voice acting here is really good. The sound design for it is amazing. I do think there's just a few cheesy phrases in there, but overall this prop has very, very good audio. Definitely we see just so much props with cheesy audio now that it's just not even good anymore. But this one, it works with the cheesiness. They crack a few jokes with each other, but it adds more character to these two guys. You could tell that they're buddies, and they're just hanging out and wanting to feast on some souls. So you get a lot of character from their phrases here, which I think is incredible. Next thing I want to touch on is the animation. Now, it is very basic. Definitely Moore's Costumes have used this mechanism before. It's slow, but I do think it works very well. I mean, there really isn't much more you could ask for here. I think the animation is fine for what it is. It would have been cool if he moved his entire body side to side. I think that is kind of a missed opportunity here. I think it would have worked out better for him, but I do think it is very cool still nonetheless. I mean, it's better than it just being static or just having mouth animation. Another thing I also love, I guess you could consider this as animation, is the talking pumpkin. They use that same technique that Jemmy used a few years past with one of their hanging props. I'm pretty sure. I forget what it's called. It was sold at Target. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. But they use this special lighting technique that gives an illusion that the pumpkin is talking. And they use the same thing here, and it looks incredible. It's definitely better than just having, like, actual, like, face on the pumpkin. I think having the light inside works so much better. And it just looks so cool. I love the way he talks to him. I love how they have a conversation. I already said that. But the animation is still pretty solid. Now I want to talk about his price and if I will be getting him. The chances of me getting him, I just want to say this right away, are very low, considering that I don't think I'll have a Halloween Express near me this year. I know for the past years we haven't had any in my area where I live. There's just none around. They really don't seem to have any. And I don't know if they're going to have one this year. It would be great to have one close, like a Spirit Halloween. It would be cool to have a Halloween Express as well. And if for whatever reason they have a sale on this guy and I happen to have one near me, which the chances of that are extremely low, but if they do have a really good sale on him, there could be a possibility that I get him, but it is just so slim. Also, he is priced at $300 retail price. That says that on their website. It's not wholesale. It is, in fact, retail. I think that's very expensive, obviously, but I mean, these days it's kind of what you expect from a prop like this. Spirit has been pricing their props like this for a lot in the past few years. Like, if they were to have a prop like this, it would definitely be $300, maybe in $350. So Moore's Costumes was kind of being generous here, making it $300, considering that they definitely could make stuff really expensive, like way more than $300. So I think $300 is a pretty okay price considering what Spirit prices stuff at now these days. So if those possibilities do happen, that there's a good sale on him and I happen to have a Halloween Express near me this year, I could pick him up. I don't know. I mean, I have to see everything else for this year, see if there's anything better that I would want to get. But this guy is absolutely one of the best props we've seen. Like, I would say if this prop were released last year, it would definitely be probably in my top 5 favorite props overall. Like, out of everything that was released last year, this would definitely be in the top 5. That's how much I love it. But now I'm going to get into a more general area, just talk about him a little bit more, discuss, like, what I think about him. I've been doing this for the past, 8 minutes now? I don't know. But just a more general area now. I think this is definitely a Spirit quality prop. I could definitely see Spirit, like, making something original exactly like this, which is a huge step up from Moore's Costumes, considering that I don't think they had anything to this level before. Maybe some of those, like, archway props would be kind of similar to the level here, or them using the digital eyes for the first time out of any other company. But I do think this is a Spirit level prop, and this one will definitely be competing with Spirit this year, unless it is sold at Spirit, which it definitely could be later in the season if they do get Halloween Express props again, which I definitely think could be possible. I don't know why that wouldn't happen again. But this is definitely a Spirit level prop. I mean, I could definitely see Spirit, like, if Moore's Costumes didn't make this prop, Spirit definitely would have made something similar eventually. But that's how much I love this prop. It's like, whenever I look at it, it just puts me in the Halloween mood instantly. And during April, that's kind of hard to do for me, since I kind of been a little bit tired of making videos lately for my channel. There really isn't much going on in the Haunter community until today, of course. But I just think that this guy just sells off the Halloween look so good. He looks amazing. One of the most incredible props we have seen in a long time, in my opinion. And that is why I've been just raving about him for the past, I don't know how long I've been going on for now. Sorry if I've been rambling a lot during this video. That should wrap it up now. This prop definitely easily one of the, it is the best we've seen from Moore's Costumes, I would say, in the past 3 or 4 years even. Like, this is their best prop they've had, maybe ever. I'm just going to throw it out there. This is probably the best prop they've ever made. I'm thinking back to all the other years now, and I think this is the absolute best one. Like, there's no saying anything else about that. This is just such a great prop. I don't think anything from Moore's Costumes, I don't think they'll be able to one-up themselves again. Unless they reskin this as a Scarecrow, then they would definitely one-up themselves, in my opinion, at least. But overall, this guy is absolutely incredible. Every Haunter I've seen absolutely loves him. And I just really hope that they eventually reskin him. But anyways, not talking about that now. I definitely would love to see this prop in person, and I would honestly love to own it. I think it is amazing, but chances of that happening are unfortunately very low. But anyway. Alright everyone, that's going to wrap up this video of me talking about the new, for Moore's Costumes Halloween 2021, Jack Stalker prop. And I have to say, easily the best prop they ever made. I know I literally just said that, but thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, be sure to like, subscribe. If you want more Halloween content, there's more coming your way very soon. I'm planning a few more videos out now. And sorry if this video seems a little bit differently edited. Unfortunately, the editing software I was using before now makes you pay if you have a video over 1 minute and 30 seconds long, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why they did that. Their user base is probably just going to plummet because of that. But now I'm using a very, very similar editing software. It's just taking a little bit to get adjusting to. Sorry if this video seems a bit different if you're still listening. But overall, it's just going to be a little bit of a learning curve for me in the next coming videos. But I'll definitely use it more. Just not going to, on videos that I won't upload to the channel just to practice with it. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, this is the Pixelated Pumpkin, signing out.